gonna laugh. I might cry and I'm gonna wanna tell you why, because hey, well that's just life. So do-do-do, do-do-do-do, 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 do-do you, and I will do me. Ew. Okay, for real.
Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome back. Per usual, I have arrived fashionably late in a green hoodie and gray sweatpants, laying on the bed with no makeup on and my hair up in a crazy bun with a clip, because I have been so busy that I forgot. I forgot my introduction. I don't remember how to do this, guys. It's just been so long, and then I waited so long to do it again for so long. Welcome to Ill For Real, a podcast where around here you never know what you're gonna get, because life is like a box of chocolates. This is where you come in and you say, I love you, Jenny. Yesterday I was not Jenny. I was Forrest Grump. Forrest Grump, let me tell you, Jenny was nowhere to be found, because the reason you have not heard from me or seen me online, which again, if you're a regular, hey girl, hey, if you're not, what are you doing here? Just kidding, welcome. If you're a regular, you've heard me say 3 billion times that if I am not present on social media, it's probably because I'm struggling and I'm going through a little bit of a thing. Leave me the fuck alone. But as I said in my last episode, back at the end of 2025, I was explaining that it is a totally different story these days for me. I'm not sure if you could tell from my voice, but I've been very, very happy. So happy, so in love, so busy, so popular. I just have no time for you guys. No, I was kidding. But yeah, I'm back in the Midwest. So I was going to get back into the wedding industry, and I knew that my time in the Midwest was going to be slightly temporary. I'm not sure how temporary, if it's like till the middle of this year, or if it's for another 2 years, or if we just get tired of it and we're like, fuck it, we're going to Texas, and we go immediately. So instead of focusing on weddings, I just decided to get transferred from the U-Haul that I was at in Pennsylvania to Illinois. I'm like right on the border of Illinois and Indiana, so I'm still close to my family, but I'm also still close to Texas. Yes, still talking to Texas. Going very much great, if you must know. So I got transferred to the U-Haul out here, and it was really nice because they were just like, yeah, sure, come on, you can work with us. And then I had an opportunity for a GM position, but it was like an hour or like an hour and a half away or something. Excuse me, I'm so tired, which you're about to know why. And I was going to take this GM position, but I was not sure if I wanted to have more responsibilities. I realized years ago, like when I was a server and a bartender, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be the manager. It's probably so funny. It makes so much better money. And then I realized, fuck that. Every time somebody calls off or something happens, or everything comes back on you, which is fine for me. I'm the type of person, I can handle it. I am manager material. And I know what I can do, and especially with working at U-Haul, like I know how I can like make these stores thrive at this point. Everybody loves me. I speak Spanish, so everybody comes to me. I got a line of customers that are like, oh, I'm not coming to rent a U-Haul unless Jenny's there. First of all, like, people get frustrated with customers and they want to send them my way because I just kill them with kindness and I slap a smile on my face, and you gonna be mean to me. Trust me, I can dish it back, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make you feel and look stupid when you leave this store because you came in here hooting hollering at me. And honey boo boo, you're not about to freaking get me started over a truck or a trailer. Please. So they leave. with a smile on their face and thanking me and saying they're going to come back to see me next week. Like, that's how I feel. There should be no cussing and screaming and police being like the cops called and escalated to this person and the CEO and the MCO and the MCP. Come on, guys. It's really not that big of a deal. It's really not that serious. It's U-Haul, okay? Why the fuck did I just get off onto that tangent? Tangent? Guys, I'm still trying to explain why I'm fashionably late. I'm so tired. Mind you, I have not explained that it is like 7 o'clock in the morning. This is an ungodly hour for me. I've been up since 6 something because I was awoken by Texas in the middle of the night. Yesterday was, okay, so recently she was making the schedule and I was like, hey, I don't have any weddings going on. You could put me for a few more hours, because I originally just asked them to put me as a part-timer, because I was like, yeah, I don't remember the last time I actually had to like physically go to a job and work full-time hours. Like, I've been doing remote stuff with the Airbnbs and doing my own thing and doing this and doing that. And it has been so long since I've worked that long, but I didn't have any weddings coming up. So I was like, sure. She was like, oh my gosh, I got to use these payroll hours. Can I put you on for more hours? I was like, go for it. So she puts me on 40 to 45 hours per week. And I was like, dang, girl, she was not playing. She needed help around here. And then in the midst of that, somehow in my lap landed a house clean job, which I have not done in years. And I obviously would rather do home interior design projects, but I was like, all the moving back and forth and traveling, like I could use some extra cash. So I decided to take up this house clean, and I go to give them a quote. And it is, oh my Lanta. This house is gigantic. It's like, it looks like a business on one side from the outside and a cabin on the other half. When you pull up to it, you go inside and it like kind of looks like a warehouse on the one side downstairs, but then there's a huge staircase that goes upstairs to the second half of the house, which is basically like a full-size house upstairs, because there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and a living room. The only thing that there's not up there is a kitchen. So then you go downstairs and it's basically like a museum, and they've got 3 billion and trillions and millions of antiques and vintage items, and she wants every little thing dusted, and she has thousands and thousands upon thousands and thousands of bottles of wine. And she was like, can you dust all the wine bottles and clean the upholstery, because the cat sits on it and there's hair that's like 2 inches thick, and she wants the chandeliers done and this and this and that. I go the first clean to this house, and I was like, listen, I gotta split this up. I gotta do this half of the house this week. Next week I'll come back, do the other one. So the first day that I was there deep cleaning her house, it took me 7 hours. Mind you, they had already cleaned her mother's bedroom and bathroom. So had I had to do that room because of the deep clean and how much it needed done, it would have taken me 9 hours. The house in total is 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. It is humongo, and every wall is like 20 feet tall, I don't know, and covered in picture frames, so everything needed to be dusted. And if you don't remember, I'm highly allergic to dust, so I was literally dying. And I don't know how many of you out there have experience with house cleaning, like full-on deep cleaning houses for a living. It has been so long since I've had to do that to that extent, because the Airbnbs that I run, they're getting cleaned all throughout the week. Every checkout, like, they're clean. You don't have to be like scrubbing them like crazy. I felt like I was hit by Godzilla himself, ran over by a semi-truck. I was and have been in so much pain, dude. My body hurts. Every bone in my body is cracking in this bed the second I move. So on top of this house clean that takes me 7 hours, thankfully the day after that house clean was my 1 day off from U-Haul. And then I ended up deciding, like, I've got to split this house clean into 3 different sections because this museum down here it's not it. This is not going to work for me today. Upstairs, I'll do it another week, and then we'll start again from the downstairs. And thankfully, after these first deep cleans in the whole house, like, it's just going to be regular cleaning. It's not going to take me as long. So all that to say, I've taken on this project, and it's like a once a week thing. And luckily, to my surprise, she was willing to pay me what I'm worth, bitch. Respectfully, what I asked for, which is the only reason why I decided to take this house clean, because I said if she's not willing to pay, or she wants to bargain or talk me down, or she's trying to be cheap or whatever, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make it worth my time, because on top of that, where I'm at in Illinois is an hour away from her. So imagine 2 hours of my life every week that I cannot get back just driving to this house to clean it. So the U-Haul that I work at is also right next door, conveniently, which I love, to a Planet Fitness. So I could do my tanning, I could do my red light therapy, I could do my deep massage chairs, I could go take a shower after work right there real quick if I want to, and do my workouts. I've been consistently going to the gym, and it's been nice, and I missed it, and I love it, and I gotta get in shape for this wedding. To be continued story there about the wedding in, oh my god, this month in March, and I gotta get ready for summer, hunty. So I have been going to the gym, and I'm so dumb with this house clean. I was literally in pain dying. And then at U-Haul, I'm lifting 6x12 enclosed trailers, which the tongue weight is 200 to 300 pounds. Like, I have to lift those up onto people's trucks when they rent trailers and stuff like that, which I love doing. I don't complain about those. Those are my favorite things to do. It's how I get my squats in, and that's why that booty is bumping now. So I should have, like, put in my brain, like, you don't need to go to Planet Fitness every day because you just cleaned this house and you're working at U-Haul. Like, you're doing too much, honey. And, like, imagine cleaning. Like, if you know, like, you're scrubbing a countertop just over and over and over and over, no break. And then you're dusting with the thing up in the air. And then you're carrying the vacuum up in the air. And then you're, imagine the motion of sweeping and mopping and vacuuming and dusting. I can't, the arms and the shoulders, I'm on fire. And then I brought a little thing of cottage cheese the other day. And she was like, oh my gosh, did I forget your cottage cheese? Did you even eat any? And I was like, no, I told you once I get started, I cannot stop. I hyperfixate and I just go and go and go and go and go. So 7 hours with absolutely no break except to pee did I have. And then I was still going to the gym. Why am I telling you guys all of this? I've missed you guys. I just need somebody to yap to. This is just a catch up with Jengwin. And then I have another topic that I really need to talk to you guys about. So the reason I'm fashionably late to this podcast is because I have been so busy working, and I have now told my boss, I'm like, hey, can you put me back on like 3 days a week? And Tex is like, why are you doing all that work? He's like, you don't need to be working so much. Are you sure you want to be doing that? And I was like, well, no, but I'm just trying to save up money for this and this and that. And he's like, you don't need to do, I got this. I got you. I'll take care of you, blah, 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 blah. He's telling me not to work that much because I'm killing myself. Dude, I can't even function. I'm so tired. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's March 1st and my podcast is supposed to be up by today. And I just realized it's like day 12 in a row, like almost 2 weeks with no day off. Like, U-Haul's open on Saturdays and Sundays too. So I was working every day since the day that I posted on my Instagram stories that, like, I was going to record a podcast for you guys, and didn't realize that I basically had no time to record a podcast unless I did a car cast, like, on my way to clean this house for 2 hours. So I'm late. I'm so sorry, but it's very me. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? On point, on cue, on par. There's a saying that they see. Very me, okay, that I'm late. Yesterday I was like, oh, I'm gonna put the podcast up just like a day late, and it's fine. They'll be okay. I'll just pretend that like I had technical difficulties and it was loading forever or something. I was gonna lie. So you didn't be mad at me for not posting this on March 1st. But I was like, I cannot even lift the microphone to speak. I'm so tired. This is my first day off in 12 days. All I wanted to do was sleep in. I said, I'm not doing anything today. I'm being lazy. I told Texas, don't yell at me for being lazy. I'm doing nothing. I'm sleeping all morning. And then he left at like 6 something, around 6:30 in the morning. And from that moment on, my phone never stopped. Mom and Dad and Shelly and Taylor and Paige, like literally everybody in America. Like, I guess Shelly must have seen that I was active on Instagram and she's like, oh my God, she's awake. We're never awake at this time, because she's just like me. We sleep in. I'm not up at 6 o'clock in the morning ever. And so she called me and I was like, oh, she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Were you trying to sleep? I'll let you go. And I was like, I was just trying to sleep in and take a nap. Oh, I'm so tired just thinking about it. He was like, oh, okay. Well, I was just calling because of... And like I've told you before, we do not shut up. So we were on the phone for like 3 hours. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now. It's like 8 o'clock. And she's like, okay, good night. Go to sleep. That's not even my ringtone, but you know what I mean. Taylor, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I was just trying to take a nap. But then Shelly called me at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we were on the phone for 3 hours. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to let you sleep. Charlie, her daughter, do you want to talk to Jenny? Another 5 fucking hours on the phone. Nobody left me alone and I wasn't able to sleep. So noon comes around and Texas is like, what are we doing for lunch? You want to come get me? Because his car's in the shop, or what, like, I'll have them drop me off. And I'm like, I don't know. I've been trying to sleep since you left. She's like, you still haven't gone back to sleep? And I was like, no. And then I was like, okay, I'll come pick you up. So when I have to get in the car, I literally looked like a homeless person getting in my car to go pick him up from lunch. I was so embarrassed. I made him his sandwich. I did my duty and picked him up for lunch, and then I was driving around running errands, and then I come back to, and then now at this point after his lunch, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm crawling on the ground because I'm so tired and all I wanted to do was sleep in on my one day off. I get in the camper, I lay my head down, and I see a text that says, I need your help with something. Paige was painting her house and like redecorating this and that. She's like, can I FaceTime you in like 30 minutes to an hour? No, it's like, oh my God. I just like laid my head on the pillow and I started crying. And so I tried to take a nap before she FaceTimes and calls. She never ended up calling, probably because I didn't respond because I'm the worst. But as I close my eyes and finally fall asleep, Jennifer, I need a ride to the bed. I don't even know what it was. My dad called me. Oh my God, I need to start putting my phone on do not disturb. But like, what would these people do without me? Who is Shelly gonna with if I don't answer my phone? She knew I was awake, so if I didn't answer, if it was on do not disturb, she'd be like, what a freaking bitch. She literally is on her phone and she's not answering it, which was not the truth. I have anxiety about putting my phone on do not disturb, and I don't know what to do. And I know that there's a setting I forget about that you can put it like do not disturb except for like your favorites, or except for like I could put Texas on there, so like it only rings if it, but I'm literally worried that the second that I do that, somebody will die. Somebody will die. Something's gonna happen. Why the fuck was I talking about this? I was late, I was tired. It's March 3rd, or what's today, March 4th? Ew, it's my ex-husband's birthday on March 4th. I hope he has a terrible birthday. I'm just kidding. Dude, I literally forgot. It's been so long since all of that. Do I sound better? Do I sound better since those days? I must. If not, please tell me so I can jump off a cliff. Because that's disgusting. I mean, depressing. Where was I going with this? Literally all of that just to explain why I'm late. And I was just so upset because I wanted a nap yesterday. But I promise you guys an episode in March. And we're gonna somehow figure out my schedule for recording, because usually I would kind of record throughout the week, or I would pick a day of the week and then I would edit and post it on Sunday or Monday. And now I don't know what to do because I literally work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So when am I supposed to do this? But I do want to do weekly episodes because I want to catch you guys up, and I want to slowly come back to, like, eventually, like, my plan is getting back to TikTok, and I finally got my gaming stuff in Texas's camper, so I could set that up and game and stream and stuff with you guys. I'm so sorry, it's so rude of me. I literally just yawned in your face. But I miss streaming and gaming, and so I want to make time for that. Like, literally I could have played last night and I was like crying and like slumped myself in Texas's shoulders. I was like, I'm just so tired. I don't even want to play video games, and I've been dying for months to play. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to update you more on the whole Texas situation. But for those of you guys who are wondering, it's been great. I'm very happy. He seems very happy. It has literally been nothing but absolutely consistent since day one that I met him. And it has now been July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Oh my God. What a secret. It's been 8 months that I've been seeing him. And I would say September, October, November, December, January, February, like 5 months. Like, actually, like, dating, but nothing has ever been like official, like, okay, we're officially dating, will you be my boyfriend, will you be my girlfriend, kind of thing. Like, that hasn't even like been done yet. We were really trying to like not rush things and like labels and stuff like that, but like obviously it's been long enough that it's like it's just assumed like that's my boyfriend and I'm his girlfriend. It's been 8 freaking months. I cannot believe it's been that long, and I've been keeping this secret from you guys all along, but this is why I have been MIA, because I right now am in, obviously you guys have seen me change and mold throughout the years and how I handle things. You've noticed like when I've pulled back and when I post crazy things and oh no, she's going through it again. And this time I've pulled back a lot because, to be honest, when I first started seeing him, I noticed that, like, there were some of his exes that were watching my stuff and my stories. Like, somehow or other, people figure it out. You know, we're all our own little PIs. We've learned with these men how to investigate, okay? I was being investigated. So, I just didn't want anything like getting back to him, or I didn't want to engage. Like, the way that I was reaching out to the girls that my once upon a husband was talking to when he was still my husband, I would reach out to them and they wouldn't respond to me, and it would piss me off. It would make me so mad because I just think that you're a disgusting human being when you know you're dating a married person. But in this situation, he's not married, he doesn't have children with this person, and I was not trying to upset them because I have learned in passing that the best response is no response. Like, I don't need to engage. I don't want to rile her up. I don't want to be riled up. I don't want false information being like spread back and forth to each other, because that's, you know, probably a sensitive topic for these exes of his, and whether they're actually genuinely concerned for me or not, or for whatever the case may be. I just did not want to like give them any sort of power over me. And then I'm sure they see that like I have a big social media following, so I really didn't want to like be hiding anything because I have nothing to hide, but I also want to be respectful of him and wait until he tells me and is ready to like be all over social media with me. Like, I would love to make TikToks and stuff with him in the future and things like that, but I don't know how that's going to go. So basically, I'm in the point of my life and in a new relationship where I'm just protecting it. I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting his peace and his name and his face. And it's like if nobody knows about it, nobody can ruin it. And people have said this and done this for years, and I'm like, oh my God, tell the world, scream it from the mountaintops because I don't give a fuck what you think. But as fun as that is, and as much as I still like believe that way inside, I was like, let me be like in my mature era, and like no response is the best response. So you're not getting anything out of me or back from me. Because like, leave me alone unless this is like, okay, is he a murderer? Is there like a news article you want to send me with like proof of whatever? Or am I just gonna enjoy this to myself in private and let it grow and flourish and just let myself be happy without having to be in the limelight? And if something happens and it doesn't work out, at least now I don't have to explain to thousands of people again. Just kidding. This one was a dud too. I'm trying to just enjoy it as it goes. And it's funny because the one time that I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna like be sneaky and quiet and secret about it. Like all my best friends and stuff know about him. He's actually met my family. I've met his. Like, it's been real nice, guys. It's been real nice. But the one time that I'm like, yeah, let me just keep it like on the DL, it has literally, there's been no drama. There's been no issues. Like the last one, I put him on blast all over the internet and everybody was like, oh my gosh. First they were like, we love you and Jenny deserves this and you better be good to our Jengwin. And then he did some stupid shit and I put him on blast, and then 3 million people were like, we're gonna kill you at dawn. And he was so upset and so embarrassed. I think I hurt his ego by like putting him on blast like that for what he did. And it really like tainted the relationship, the friendship. And it did feel like, it didn't feel great. It felt icky to like do that. But I was so mad, guys. I was in such a bad place. Like, if you remember that time, then you know what I'm talking about. But, which by the way, that person has since reached out and been like, I miss you. I miss your goofy ass. And I want to this big ass long message. And I'm like, oh my God, do not start coming back in my DMs now that I'm with Texas, because this man is not the one. He's not the one to fuck around with, guys. I'll wait for you guys to meet him. I hope it works out and that it keeps going as wonderfully as it has been. But I'm really, really happy. Do you guys want to hear a story? Do you guys want to hear a little story about like what happened on Valentine's Day? Or do we want to talk about waterfalls? Because I have a pickle to peel with waterfalls. Is that a saying? If it's not, I just made it up, okay? We're going to peel this pickle about waterfalls. Or do you want to hear about Valentine's Day? Let me know in the comments if you guys want to hear the story and like a little bit more of an insight as to why I have been so secretive with Texas and I don't want to share it yet, and I want it to be private and I want to keep it for myself. I'm being selfish for the first time in my life, and this is why. Like, this man is a fucking gem, and I just like, I want to scream it from the mountaintops so bad. If you guys don't care or want to hear about Texas, let me know. So I know I should have posted this around Valentine's Day. It would have been super cute. But you let me know. I need engagement. I need comments. I need likes, whatever, you guys, so that I can hear from the listeners if you guys want to know the scoop on Texas and the kind of person he is. I'm literally so excited to share. Anyways, so let's talk about waterfalls because which I need you guys to also comment about this on what you think, because it's ridiculous. I was thinking this in Pennsylvania when I went to the state park that I lived by, and it's called Ricketts Glen. It's known for their 21 waterfall trails. It's gorgeous, beautiful queen. And I was like, guys, I'm going to sound really stupid right now. Bear with me. Okay, scientists, please come out of the woodwork. Now, I understand. It has been explained to me. I think I've Googled it. But waterfalls do not make sense. How do waterfalls work? I'm going to sound so dumb. But I decided I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I was listening to a podcast recently. Here's the tea. I do still listen to Colleen Ballinger's podcast. I know. The drama, the controversy. If you don't know who Colleen Ballinger is, the creator of Miranda Sings, which if you don't know who Miranda Sings is, why are you here? Who are you? Are you even a millennial? What are you doing? Grow up. Huh? Please. Like, everybody knows who Miranda Sings is, right? Well, there was some internet drama that has risen from the depths of hell in the last few years, and she was no longer doing Miranda Sings. She is no longer doing Miranda Sings, I believe. But I followed along with her journey, like whether I believed everything that was going on from her side, from the other people's side, like, I don't know. Anyways, she is probably the one person on the internet. I've been following her for years, like since Miranda almost first started, dude. And it's like hard for me to like not keep up with these people. Like even if I'm like not super into your content or whatever, like I still want to know, like, oh my God, and they're divorced now and they have 3 kids now and blah, blah. Like I want to know. So I wonder if that's like, no, never mind. I was gonna say I wonder if that's how people feel about me. As if I have any kind of significant following. Anyways, so I follow Colleen's podcast, and she's one of the only people on the internet that brought like that I feel thinks like me. There has been stuff in her most recent podcast, like 3 different things. It was like, oh my God, yes, nobody's ever said this. Like when. For instance, she loves talking about things like, when I say picture a blue elephant, what do you like? Or when I say don't picture a blue elephant, what do you see? Do you like actually see a blue elephant? And some people are like, no, you just said not to look at it and picture a blue elephant. And then some people are like, oh my gosh, they picture it with wrinkles and blah blah blah. Like those kind of conversations. Oh, she was talking about schooling and how she's so bad at like test taking, and she was like, I'm actually smart and I'm like good in school and I would take a test, but I have such an anxiety that like I'm being tested and I'm being timed, and I'd be like, okay, 5 times 5 is, oh my gosh, that was too easy. Like that can't be the right answer because I got that way too fast. So then you change your answer because you're second guessing yourself, and then she would get it wrong and then she would fail whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my God, same. Like our brains works similarly. And I remember having this waterfall conversation with, I don't know who, had to have been one of my friends, and they were looking at me like I was so fucking crazy and stupid. But I'm like, dude, it makes no sense. I don't know why you have to be judging me because I only believe in science. Like, so where have you been? Have you seen Nacho Libre? Because if you haven't seen Nacho Libre, who are you? Are you a millennial? What are you doing here? Good day. I say good day. I mean, call me what is his name? Esqueletor? Esqueleto? What? What is his name? I sound crazy. I look like a fool last night. Anyways, I believe in science, guys. I understand, like, the water is coming from whatever source, and it's falling down, and then it evaporates up into the clouds, and then it precipitates. It comes down again as rain. But it is not raining every day, 24 hours a day. And it's making me not believe in science, guys. I don't understand. And she was talking about this on this podcast, and she was like, forever? And her sister was on this podcast with her, and she was going like, yeah, it's a waterfall. It can't go up. It's always going to be falling. And she's like, from where? Where is it falling? Is it going into the ocean? Well, it depends on where the waterfall is, where it's falling into. She's like, 24 hours a day. It never stops. At night, does it turn off? Like, I was talking literally this exact subject with someone, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, I understand it sounds stupid because science, but explain the science. It makes no sense. Where is the water coming from? A river, sure, a lake, she was talking about there's like this documented tallest waterfall in the world or whatever. And she's like, and it's like in the middle of like a cliff, like some random rock. There's nothing around it. It's just literally a random waterfall. And I understand that the water comes from the clouds because it rains, but it is not constantly raining. So how is that water constantly flowing? So I understand maybe sometimes things are dried up a little bit, right? And maybe the waterfall's not as thick. It's just a little trickle now. But I'm looking at the waterfalls in the state park that I lived in Pennsylvania in the dead of winter. Sure, the snow is melting and turning into water, which is causing the waterfall to run like a roaring rapid year-round. But get this, the mountain that was in front of my house in Pennsylvania, I can look out my window and look at the tippy top of the mountain. I know that mountain is the state park that I was hiking. It's a 7-mile hike up and a 7-mile hike down, a 13-mile hike total to see these waterfalls. I know when we reached the tippy top, the last waterfall of the trail, we looked up above us, right? It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. We looked up and I'm like, oh my God, look at the top of the trees are right here. Like we're in the tippy top of the mountain that's in front of my house. Like we're so close to the sky. We are in the top of a mountain. That's crazy to think of, first of all. Like we were up there and there was the waterfall. Where is the water coming from at the top of this mountain? And why is it roaring so rapidly? Like, it's not like there's a flat plateau and there's a little valley over here where there's water dripping down into the stream that is causing the waterfall at the top of the mountain. We're at the top of the mountain. It is not raining. It hasn't rained for days. Where is the water coming from? Is it secreting from the hill itself, up out of the ground, and then down back into the ground to go back up into the clouds? Guys, my brain hurts. And they were talking about this on this podcast, and Rachel's like, it's just science. And she's like, I know, but the science doesn't make sense. Like, to my human brain, there's no way that you can explain this to me. And you could show me a video, you could show me the proof and tell me the answer. It doesn't make sense. Like, things like this literally make me feel like we really are in a simulation. That it should not be like that waterfall at the top of that mountain at that time of year should have been like a little dribble, a little crinkle, a little of water. Not 40,000 fucking gallons per second of water coming out of the top of a mountain. Somebody please help me. Help. I need a scientist to believe in science to comment right now in a way that my ridiculous puny brain will comprehend, because it don't make no sense. It's driving me insane. I looked like a fool last night. I made Texas watch Natural Libre the other day. We were cracking up and he looks at me at one point and he's like, why the fuck are we watching this? This movie's so stupid. And I'm like, but you're laughing. Get that corn out of my face. Oh my God. Get that waterfall out of my face. It don't make no sense, guys. Like, oh, it's driving me crazy. I just had to have this conversation with someone where I can like fully say the things I needed to say, because people keep cutting me off and they're like, Jenny, it's just water. That's how water works. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where's the rain? Nowhere. So why is this water coming from the sky, basically, at the top of this fucking mountain? Oh my God, it makes me so mad. Anyways, I thought I had to share. So there's my tangent for the day, which brings me to, I think I'm going to start doing, because I've been so busy, so popular, because I'm an actor, singer, model, magician. I've been so popular, that I don't have as much time to podcast, I think, but I want to do this every week. I think I'm going to bring back Immediately No, because technically I would have put that waterfall conversation as my Immediately No. immediately know. It makes no sense. And I need to have these conversations with you guys. But really, for real, like if you have some way of explaining it or any useful information on this thing that has been literally eating at my brain since I left Pennsylvania, like I think about it and dream about it every night, these waterfalls. It's driving me up the walls. So please explain, please help a girl out and pretend I'm 5. And also let me know if you want to hear some more Texas stories and if you would like to have him on a podcast soon. We've got to see. I don't know if he's my boyfriend yet. We got to make it official first. They got to be officially married. But I think that's it for now. I gotta get ready and go take my dad to the wherever it is that he needs to go. My family's doing great. I really haven't gotten to see them as often as I would like because I've been so busy working, but hopefully once I go back down to a few days a week, I will have more time on my hands and I'll see you guys online soon. I hope everybody had a great new year and happy holidays. I know it's literally freaking March. I'm very behind. But I hope you guys have a wonderful spring and Pisces season. Hey! Oh! Hey! Okay, I need to shut up. Why am I so awake right now at this ungodly hour? I don't know. But I miss you guys so freaking much. I will talk to you soon, and just keep an eye out for, if you remember on Spotify and all the places, I have the second podcast. They are much shorter episodes, and we talk about things such as the crazy waterfalls and why it makes me so angry. I'm so angry. Stupid. That's an ode to Miranda Sings to end this podcast, and I will see you next time on either Ill For Real or Immediately No. And how the hell do I end these things? I literally don't know my own podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the drama of today's episode. Okay, take care. Love you. Bye.
So do 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 you, and I will do me. Ew. Okay, for real.